guys, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to look at messages for the collective. Aries, this is for you. Let's see what your message is. Okay, so we're looking for the collective. Aries. Let's see what messages show up for Aries. What do Aries need to know for the coming week? Justice. Now, the Justice card could very well signify a actual legal issue. I do feel that actually very strongly for some Aries. I think there is a certain aspect of your life in which you're trying to bring a balance to, or some sort of equity. It could be an actual legal issue. So let's see what other messages come out. Interesting. Okay, so what are the messages for Aries today? For this week, really. So just a general reading. So, coming out. The Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles deals with a situation where you're trying to save money. You're holding on to your assets. It's typically in an efforts to conserve something. It's very possible that some entity or someone's trying to sue you for some sort of your assets, and you're trying to hold on to them. Okay, let's see what other messages do we have for Aries. A lot of messages are coming out, let me tell you. We have the Ace of Cups. And I also got the Knight of Swords. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. So let's look at the messages. Yeah, I do feel very strongly that this can be matters of a divorce, actually, that can be what it looks like, very controlling and possessive. For some of you, it could be, if you have children, the need to control sort of everything that deals with children and the bearing and responsibility in that sense. But the Ace of Cups does since this is the general reading, this came up really because it can be very specific for some of you, that it is a legal case. It could be a divorce. like an actual divorce. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could also just be a relationship that feels off balance, and there is a need for that. And there could just be, again, like, even if it's not necessarily any sort of like possessions, children, assets, or anything necessarily, it could also be a relationship that it, not even romantic either. It could be anything. Could deal with career, your friendships. You feel like there's a certain aspect. It could even be you, but I'm feeling very strongly that it isn't you. It's someone that you're dealing with. You are giving a lot more than what you are receiving. Or you feel like there's just something that isn't very, it's just not fair. There's something about this particular connection, situation, or circumstances that you're in that isn't fair. There could be situations where, for example, if you're dealing with a friend, you feel like they're sort of hoarding, right? Like their time, effort, and maybe even in some ways their commitment to your relationship. And again, it could also apply to a romantic relationship as well. Like they're doing that for some sort of self-preservation, and it's it's wearing thin on you, and you just feel like it's unfair. You feel like you're the one that's sort of pulling the weight. So then we got the Ace of Cups. In a work situation as well, it could be that you're not moving up in if it is in a work situation. It could be very possible that you are stagnant in the position that you're in, and you don't feel like there's any room for growth because you just don't feel like they're giving you the opportunity for that. Like you feel stagnant in your position. So what I see moving forward, though, is you're going to get an opportunity. The guides are imploring you to open up about this situation. Be vulnerable. It could be very well that this is what is going to be a catalyst for change in this circumstance. So let's just say it is a relationship where there's some sort of inequity, where there's a certain element of the relationship that is either blocked, hardened, or simply just stagnant, not moving forward. It could be very well that it's because there's certain aspects of the relationship that isn't, it's not real. It's not coming from an emotional place. Like, how do I describe this? A lot of times, especially in romantic relationships, they typically tend to start, in the vast majority of cases, very superficial, very surface level. And sometimes it's not so much that the participants in the relationship are doing it on purpose, a lot of the times it's very unintentional. It's really because of the fact that we don't do it because we don't want to deepen our connection with, you know, our friends, family, romantic relationships, etc. But it's just really so much because of we're afraid really to turn them off about something, or to potentially receive some backlash even. Or yeah, we may feel like not being vulnerable, not being open. We may even feel like we're being annoying. But the thing is that, like, true relationships that never open up and become vulnerable, they become stagnant. Stagnant and inequitable. So that is essentially what I'm seeing for you at this time, Aries. If you like the content, I definitely would appreciate a subscribe, like or comment for any feedback, and stay tuned for the next couple of videos. I'm definitely going to become more active on this channel, providing insights either for personal growth or any particular sort of events that are going on and where clarity is needed.